YouTube? Welcome back to my channel, JPM.Cuisine. Today, for you, I have a very special unboxing of the Mercer Culinary MX3 185mm 7-inch Santoku. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this bad boy opened. We've got the tissue paper, the sleeve, and beautiful knife. Very nice. So if you've noticed on my channel, I haven't done very many Santokus. Primarily out of personal preference. I used to use a Santoku every day. That was pretty much the main slicer that I had, or the main knife that I had. Great knife. I just started to explore more of the chef's knives and some of the different utility style knives. So now it feels good to come back to a Santoku, especially an MX3 by Mercer. So this is the model number M16150. Again, it's the 7-inch or 185mm Santoku. We've got the Delrin handle. It's the Sanmai VG10 core, or the 3-layer with the VG10 core. We have the rounded polished spine. Very gorgeous. It is the convex grind as well, and I believe this is the 50/50 with full tang, contour grip for the pinky, and we have the squared off edges, just like every MX3, which is fantastic. Let's go ahead and get the weight on this beautiful knife. Okay. In grams, we have 176 grams. Perfect. And let's find that balance. Here behind that first bolster. Okay, so right there on that bolster line is where I would call the balance. So from this part back all the way to the handle, or to the tip, which I don't know. It's I would expect Santokus to be more blade heavy because of the chopping, but this gives you a little bit more control. So we've got a tomato here. That first cut is always wonderful. These MX3s are just beautiful. So I'll choke down a little bit more. Again, the balance is here. As soon as I cut through this tomato, razor sharp out of the box. Very awesome. Still razor sharp, so a little bit more. I love it. Oh my goodness. Very sharp, piercing through the skin like it's nothing. Cuts through, you see through. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and get that first cut in there. Oh, a dream. So we've got a little bit of a pronounced belly, nice for a little bit of rocking action here. Very different from your typical Santoku, which goes all the way down. Typically it's got the same sort of gyro style profile, but down towards the edge, and then typically very minimal curvature on the belly. But as you can see with this one, we've got a very pronounced belly, way more effective for chopping or rock chopping. So not your typical Santoku by any means. This kind of reminds me of the utility style. I can't remember the name of the knife, but it'll come to me. Anyways, so let's go ahead and get back into cutting this tomato. So push cuts, draw cuts, slicing, very nice. Rock, not that you would rock in a tomato, especially unless you've got a sharp knife, but man, let's see that again. Rock, oh goodness gracious. If that doesn't show you how sharp this knife is, I don't know what will. Let's see, do a nice little cut through. And that's sort of one of the nicest things about having a very sharp knife, is that you can do so many different things that you wouldn't normally do with a dull knife, of course. But you know, you can try so many different kinds of cuts and different techniques with your cutting, whatever's most effective for you. So let's go ahead and get into an onion. This is where, you know, it excels. I'm just gonna go at this onion like I normally would. wood onion, right? Goodness gracious, I've been using the Santoku forever. I haven't used it in a while because I've been testing out all these different knives, but oh wow. This is sort of like an upgrade of a Santoku. So if you've been using a Santoku, it sort of feels like a Volkswagen Beetle. If we're using a car analogy, this would be more like a Porsche upgrade. So maybe the same type of engine, but a much more sleek look and appearance. Very fantastic feel. Let's go ahead and cut up a potato. There we go. So we're just gonna lop off the edges here. Okay. Go ahead and just cut it down. Okay. Oh, man. 7-inch Santoku. Where you been? All my life. I think this might be a bold statement, but if I would have been using a Santoku like this, 10 years ago, I don't know if I would have ever left the Santoku, because this one feels phenomenal. You know, there's the Nakiris that are out there. So the performance is there, but you know, oh man, it's perfect. The MX3, again, as always, we've got the convex, and again, this is the 50/50 grind on it, but this is fantastic, guys. So if you're into Santokus, this is a phenomenal pickup, definitely for you guys. The balance, again, it's more handle heavy, so you get a little more control and finesse out of the edge itself, so your blade skill sort of improve. It's more of a finesse style knife is what I would say. The quality though and the comfort, it feels phenomenal in my hand. All right, well, let me know what you think about the MX3s, or let me know what you think about this knife if you own it, or if you're considering getting a Santoku. This is definitely one that I would recommend picking up. I'm very impressed by this one. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. And again, as always, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.